Hey, how's it going everyone? Ace here, and today I welcome you all back to another awesome episode of LBSG. Hopefully you all enjoy watching this video. If you do, be sure to punch that like button right in the face for me, as well as answer the question of the day, which is, have you ever stolen anything? Let me know down in the comment section below. And the reason why I'm asking this is because the question of the day actually closely relates to the topic of this episode of LBSG. So hopefully you guys enjoy listening to the topic and stuff like that. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, actually, first thing I just want to clarify here is I have VIP Plus right now, and it was actually given to me in the round in the game. I never like used it. Whenever I record, I have it turned off, and it just gave it to me because I wanted, apparently. So I figured might as well record this round because it's going to be an easy win. And if the topic is a bit long, I guess I'll just continue into the next video. Why do people do this? Why is this guy coming up behind me, punching me around, and he knows that I'm stacked right now? Like, that's the stupidest thing to do. Sorry, man. I'm sorry, Corey. I'm super sorry, buddy, but you are going to have to... Holy cow, he's got a lot of health. He took like 4 hits. What a tank. With no armor, too. Wow. Okay, well, anyway, as I was saying, the topic of this video is going to be my first criminal offense. Now, two things I just want to preface this video by saying. One, this event occurred when I was 13. So, first off, I wasn't really of age. I wasn't in a stable mindset. You know, I had a lot of things going around at home that affected me personally. I'm not going to go for that guy. It's not fun anymore killing people with absolutely nothing. Let's just go up over this way. But anyway, as I was saying, I wasn't in the best mindset, and me and my friends, we were decent people. I mean, we had decent grades. We weren't, like, in the bad crowd. It was just a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes. You know, we are humans. We are known to be imperfect, and actually, just like the quote, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I say that applies to perfection as well. I mean, you can only be perfect if everybody perceives you as being perfect, or just the people who you care about. As long as they perceive you as being perfect, then you're perfect. So yeah, but then again, in reality, nobody is actually perfect. Everybody has their own imperfections, and I don't know what is with LBSG. I can't open any of the chests on this server. I think that might be a glitch or something, because a few people in the chat were also saying like, whoa, chests respond, and they weren't responding. So I guess they're just being butts right now, which is okay for us. I mean, we have VIP Plus, so we've got a fairly stacked set going on right now. If only we could get some better, or get some more food, that'd be great. So I do realize we have iron boots. I do not want to equip them though, because if I equip them now as it is, I might crash my device because of the armor crash bug. So we'll just continue playing right now. But anyway, so those are the two things that. Oh yeah, and the second thing I want to preface this video by saying is that it wasn't officially recorded on any of our criminal records, and the reason why is because the police officer who talked to us about the incident afterwards was a very kind and generous person, and you know, he knew that we weren't bad kids. Like, we had a whole discussion with our principal and everything, and he knew we weren't bad kids. It was just a stupid mistake that we did, so he let us off the hook. But please, as cool as this might sound, it actually isn't cool whatsoever, and if you do this, the repercussions and the consequences are severe, and you may not get as lucky as I was, because thankfully I had good grades in school at that time, and I was able to be let off the hook. Because, you know, if you're already doing drugs and stuff and then you commit a criminal offense, you're that much more likely to be able to get arrested because of your bad behavior prior to doing a crime. So yeah. Anyway, what exactly did I do? Well, in grade 8, and this was like 5.5 years ago, actually almost 6 years ago, this happened, and me and my friends, we decided to go to 7-Eleven for lunch because we were gonna go get some Slurpees, I believe. Yeah, we were about to get some Slurpees, and we went there for lunch, and we were jealous of like all the cool kids, because you know how there's middle class families? Well, the middle class is divided up into 3 segments, basically. This is what I think, personally. And that's the lower middle class, and then there's the middle class, and then there's the high middle class. You know, the people that are sort of rich, but you can't really say they're rich, excuse me. Like, you know, they can afford a car, a house, a car for their child, you know, stuff like that, good clothes. And then there's the middle class, who is, you know, just an average sort of family. And then there's the lower end of the middle class, who only have enough to, you know, get a house and then have a difficult time paying off bills and mortgages and stuff like that. So that's where my family was, and most of my friends were also in the same part of the, I guess, class. I don't know. We're the same part of that class, I guess you could say. We were all our families were in the lower end of the middle class, and that really got to us because not everybody is given a fair opportunity in life, but it's what you do with it that's awesome. And we didn't know that. I mean, we were just 13-year-olds just messing around, goofing off. And one day we decided to go to 7-Eleven in order to get Slurpees, and then we saw one of our friends. I'm not going to be naming any names, but one of our friends went inside, and we all went and lined up to get some Slurpees, and we saw him, and he took off his backpack, held it in one hand, opened up the first zipper on his backpack, and grabbed like 5 packets of this really expensive gum. It was the 5 gum, and man, I like 5 gum, but it is expensive. I think it's like $2-3 a pack, which is kind of expensive, at least to me. So, or wait, no, I think it was like $4. I really don't know, but either way, it was really expensive to us because in our budget, that wasn't really a thing, and I can't find anybody here, so I guess I'll just walk around and just continue talking. But yeah, as I was saying, so it was out of our budget, and so I'm assuming that's why he did it, because, you know, his family wasn't really in the best of financial situations as well. So he grabbed a whole bunch of packets of gum and put them all in his backpack and walked out like it was nothing. He even paid for his Slurpee that he got, and I think that's why he did it. He went in and he actually paid for something, that way, you know, he wouldn't arise any, or that way he wouldn't raise any suspicion towards him, because, you know, he actually purchased something. And how often would you suspect a customer that goes in to buy something to actually steal something as well? Not often. So that happened, and we all, on the way back to school, we were all like, dude, what the heck is your problem? You're gonna get us caught, you're gonna get us arrested, they might think that we're doing stuff like that too. And he's just like, just chill guys, just chill, it's fun, it's fun. And then we got to thinking, and we're just like, wow, what do you mean it's fun? And he's just like, oh yeah, the thrill of it is awesome. And then we were sort of influenced by that factor. So, oh my, did that guy just do that? What? Oh my gosh, again, easy win, I'm so sorry buddy, but did that really just happen? That one guy was killing that other dude, and he killed him so hard he fell off the platform too. Wow. Wow, okay, anyway, well, I will continue this story into the next game of survival games, so yeah, be back with you guys in a bit. Alright everyone, we are back, and okay, wow, so the game has begun, and anyway, I'm actually not too sure where I left off this story. I believe I left off saying something like my friend decided to shoplift, and then we were walking back to school from 7-Eleven at lunch, and he was telling us about like the thrill of doing it, and apparently it was like an awesome feeling and everything. So the next day what happened was we decided to do just that. We went, and whoa, there's double chests on LBSG? Since when? What? Oh man, that's awesome. Parker really did fix the chests on this map. Well, I don't know if it was Parker, but he really did. I don't know. LBSG, this map is fixed on LBSG. That's awesome. Now, there's supposed to be a chest there. Parker, I am disappointed. Hopefully you're watching this Superior Craft, because I am disappointed in you, my friend. Very disappointed. There was supposed to be a chest there, but alas, there's a chest over here, so not to worry. If only we get a wow, no weapon. But we did get a cake, and cakes are good. We got some iron pants as well, so that's awesome. Now, if only we were able to find a weapon, that'd be absolutely great. Is there anything over here? Yeah, I don't think there is. Whoa, wait. Yeah, nothing over there as well. So anyway, as I was saying, we were walking back home from 7-Eleven at lunch. Walking back home. We were walking back to school from 7-Eleven at lunch, and our friend was telling us about like the thrill of stealing and stuff. So the next day, we decided to go back there. We decided to go back to 7-Eleven, and we decided to all shoplift. And it was a group of me and 3 other friends. So you could imagine like how much we actually stole, and it was like a whole bunch. Like I think I grabbed like a few packets of gum. My other friends got like a few candy bars, and one of them even took like energy shots. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but they're like little bottles of energy drink that are supposed to have like a higher amount of chemicals and caffeine and stuff to give you a stronger, long-lasting energy. So yeah, that happened, and we did that. We shoplifted every day at the same 7-Eleven 5 days in a row, and on Friday we got caught. We got caught on Friday of that week, and it was awful. It was devastating, and luckily for us, the manager at the 7-Eleven decided to call the school instead, and the whole interrogation part was just brutal because she was asking us like, hey, are you guys part of a gang or something like that, and we didn't even know how to respond. We actually denied giving her any information whatsoever, and then she actually threatened to call the police. She said like, I will call the police on you guys if you don't speak up, and that finally broke us, and we decided, you know what, we'll just tell her to call the principal. And she said, okay, what school are you from? Because there's actually a few different high schools in that area at the time. And we told her what one we were from, and the principal, well, not the principal, but the vice principal came down to pick us up. And she was very disappointed in us because, well, especially me, because I was actually a honor roll student that year, and she was very disappointed. She did not expect me, of all people, to actually be doing that. Like, she could understand why the other kids in my friend group would do that, but she was very disappointed with me, and it was terrible. Like, you know, whenever you disappoint someone, it's just a bad feeling in general, and then this is like the principal of my school, my high school. That was the most terrible feeling in the world for me, and I felt so bad. I was almost about to cry there, but I didn't. And I was just sort of in shock of my own, like, how could this happen? This wasn't supposed to happen. Because I wasn't even, like, we never even thought of the consequences that we'd face. And then the principal decided to phone our parents, and my mom and my friend's mom decided to come and pick us up. And oh yeah, this is another reason why it wasn't actually recorded on our criminal record. It's because, what the heck? Okay, well anyway, it's because the lady said that if you guys just pay us back whatever we stole, then it'd be okay. And so we did that. I think not me or my friends, but our friends' parents and my mom, she decided to pay for like for us on our behalf. And I think in total the amount of money that we owed to her, to the 7-Eleven, was about over $500. And that was because one of my friends decided to actually take a lunch kit that was, you know how big lunch kits can get, and every time we went to 7-Eleven, he'd grab like energy drinks, candy bars, and everything, and he'd shove them in his lunch kit. And it was kind of weird and whatever, but like the lady, she was just like, oh, so you must be the ringleader of this gang, right? When she saw his bag full of all sorts of random junk. And she was like, her face was like so livid. She was very pissed off, and I could only imagine why, and I completely understand as to why she might have been mad as well. Oh no. What? Wow, that was lame. That guy was clearly using third person. Oh man, I hate it when people use third person. It's really annoying. It doesn't really take any skill whatsoever if you're using third person. I mean, yeah, because see, look, if I'm facing forward, I can attack people up to like over here. So that's not really that OP. But if you're using third person, then you could attack, you don't even have to face this way or face behind you. You can attack people if you're facing forward, and if you're looking forward, you can attack people that are behind you. It's so stupid and it's so broken. And I really do hope William actually disables that, because he did a poll earlier on Twitter, I think this week. He asked, like, should we disable third person? I think the majority of people actually voted yes. So if he ends up doing that, that would make LBSG even more of an awesome playable experience, I guess you could say. But anyway, continuing on with the story, I'll just continue it on over here. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. But yeah, so my mom and my friend's mom decided to pay for us, and it was about $500, and they actually split the two, so they paid $250 each, and it was devastating because my parents were so disappointed in me, and they were especially disappointed in me because they were like super excited that I got on the honor roll just like 2 days before, and then, you know, to hear news about your son who had just got on the honor roll to be, you know, caught in a criminal offense, that was just devastating for them. And quite honestly, I know they're my parents and everything, but they blew it out of proportion. Like, they thought it was the end of my life. They thought I was gonna go to jail and everything, and they thought that, which actually could have happened. Well, I don't think it could have. I think maximum I would have been sent to juvie, but it wasn't even that bad. Like, I just took a few gum packets every time I went there, so my total was about only like maybe $50, but my other friends, they stole a whole bunch of other stuff, especially that one dude. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it was a stupid mistake nonetheless. And then when our principal actually brought us in to school, well, I'll tell you what happened. Well, our punishments was that we had our lunch privileges revoked for 2 months, and we were not able to leave the school premises for lunch for 2 months. And this was back in grade 8, so this was like the most stupidest thing for us, because, you know, grade 8s, we want to have that freedom to like roam around because, you know, it's a new year, we want to experience new stuff. But we actually lost those privileges, and I actually agree that that was a good thing to do, because quite honestly, I believe we would have done the same thing. It wasn't enough. I think it was enough of a punishment, and I was certainly never going to do the same thing, but I think my friends, they were probably addicted to doing it, and I can't say that I wasn't either, because I was. And the reason why we did it, like, at first we thought it was just, you know, our jealousy that, you know, we see other kids, you know, buying whatever they want for lunch, and then we can't afford anything. But it wasn't that. It was just the thrill of it, the adrenaline rush that we got from, you know, stealing whatever from that gas station. It was just incredible, and it overpowered our minds completely. And when the principal asked me specifically, like, why'd you do this, AJ? Like, we know you're a good kid and everything. And I was just disappointed. I tried to blame it on my friends. I'm just like, you know, I was peer pressured into doing it. But then afterwards, I realized I actually wasn't. It was my own conscious decision that I made to do, and unfortunately, it was not the right decision. And so we got caught. We had to spend 2 months at the principal's office every day for lunch. They had like a bit of a conference room booked out for us, specifically us 4 kids, and we were to sit there every lunch hour eating our lunches there. And we also, because this was during the winter, we also had to shovel up the gas station's driveway for the whole week, because it was very snowy that week, and that was one of the other punishments that we had to do. Which, again, I completely understood why we were being punished, and I think my other friends, they also regretted it as well. But that's what ended up happening. And then one of those lunch hours, we actually had a meeting with a police officer. He came by and he told us, you know, like, what could have happened. And surprisingly, I did not know this, but apparently, if you have something on your criminal record, it might become difficult for you to leave the country. So if you're planning on going to the United States or going to Hawaii for vacation, and you've got a criminal record, that is going to be very difficult for you. And that is what broke me. I'm just like, wow. Because my parents and my family, our family lives in India, most of our family, and the only people here are my parents and my siblings, but our grandparents, our cousins, everybody's in India. So if my parents were planning on going there, I would not be able to go because I had something on my criminal record, and that is what broke all of us and what shook all of us, because my friends, they were actually planning on going to Hawaii for like summer vacation, and they just realized, like, wow, they could not do any of those things if it had gone on their criminal record. And so we realized how big of a mistake we made. So please, guys, don't do anything as stupid as that. Again, I was only 13. This is not an accurate representation of what I am or who I am as a person. Hopefully you guys understand that. If you guys want to unsubscribe from me being a bad influence in the past, totally do it. I can understand why. But hopefully you all can forgive me. And this is a bit of a personal topic that I just sort of wanted to talk about. I thought maybe it'd be interesting for you all. And if you guys want to see or hear more stories like this, let me know down in the comment section below. As always, till the next video, eat some muffins and take it easy, everyone. Peace. Bye. See ya.